Remove the panel by prying it up.
The steps needed to access the other side are the same as this side.
Now what we're looking for is we come to the front here and there's a bunch of fasteners. Now, the only fasteners you really have to take out, they're kind of recessed. You can see you have these ones that kind of go through this white section of the car. Those can stay on. These ones that are they're recessed a little bit, those are the ones that you're going to want to take out here.
Remove the rivets. Pry up the center of the rivet first. This will unlock it. Next, pry up the base of the fastener.
Turn the wheel to give yourself better access to the lining.
Remove the screws by turning them counterclockwise.
When we come to the trim now, we want to remove this. We want to just kind of start maybe at the bottom. And I would just kind of grab, wiggle, and pull back. And we want to pull this back basically up to where the bumper connects. And what we're looking for is there's a Phillips head screw right here that you're going to just want to remove. And we can just kind of leave it at that point.
Turn the wheel to give yourself better access to the lining.
Remove the screws by turning them counterclockwise. Remove the trim. Remove the screw by turning it counterclockwise.
Now we're going to come underneath the car, and there's some bolts and fasteners here that we need to remove in order to get this bumper. Okay, so underneath the car here, what we're going to look at is we have some fasteners and bolts we need to take off. Now, there's two fasteners kind of over here. We want to kind of look at how far back this panel goes. There's a bunch of fasteners kind of in the front here. We can leave those in. We have two over here.
Remove the rivets. Pry up the center of the rivet first. This will unlock it. Next, pry up the base of the fastener.
There are 6 rivets that need to be removed.
Now we want to look for some bolts. Now what I would do is right 1, 2, 3 right in the middle here. We have 3 bolts. We'll just take. Then if we come kind of over to where the wheel well is here, there's going to be 1 bolt. It's a black one, and it's in like the far corner here. You want to take that out, okay? Then we also have a silver one right here, and this bolt's actually kind of a little longer. There's 2 bolts here. You only need to take the one out. The other one just secures the mud flap here. So we'll take those out. And then you have them in the same spot on the other side here. The one there, and then the one all the way in the corner. Okay. So now we have the bolts and fasteners off on the top, the bottom, in the wheel well. We're going to come to one side or the other, locate where the bumper connects. We're going to grab here and just wiggle and pull back. And you can see that'll kind of disengage the bumper there. We're going to go do the same thing on the opposite side, and then that should allow us to pull the bumper off here. Now we can take the bumper off. We have the sides kind of disconnected here. You do have to kind of grab, there's kind of that black section on the top that's going to come with this. So kind of grab, lift up, and just pull back on this kind of from the center. And then it's going to kind of pop off here. Oh, shit. Now, once you get this pulled back, there's a connector right here that you're going to want to disconnect. Be careful not to pull it back too far. If you do, this is the connector I was talking about that kind of popped out. You can see this little clip right here is what kind of goes into the bumper, and that kind of just popped out. If you can reach back there before this disconnects itself, you can simply push the tab and kind of just disconnect that, and then this part will stay attached to the bumper here, and then when you bring it back up, you can plug it in. More than likely, this is just going to pop off. You can also just pop this off if you want to. That might even be easier. But just remember to replace this onto the bumper when you go to put the bumper back up. We want to come kind of underneath this headlight here on the passenger side. And there's a connector that kind of connects some stuff on the bumper here. So push the tab and pull that connector off, and then this bumper should just come right off here for you. If we look kind of behind the bumper, there's this is kind of the middle of the bumper. That little cord that we had spoke about that you need to disconnect, and again, if you didn't disconnect it, it popped out. This is where you're going to put that back in. There's a small little hole right here. So if that clip just kind of popped off there, which it may have because the wire is pretty short, when you pull the bumper, if you pull back too far, it kind of just pops out. Just make sure when you bring the bumper back up that you're putting that connector back into here. All right, so now we're going to bring the bumper back up into position. What I would recommend, we want to kind of slide this in a little bit. We're going to come over and reconnect the connector here that's underneath. Then you'll have to kind of lift this up, but we're going to reconnect this connector here to that temperature sensor. Now, again, if the temperature sensor popped out, you may just be able to pop it back in there. I would recommend removing it, putting it in there first, and then just reconnecting it, which is what we kind of did here. So we'll just bring this up, and then I can just reconnect this. Be careful when you do that because that cable is pretty short. But if we get this up, there are a couple tabs like right here and over on the opposite side. So if you kind of line those up and then just kind of push like right here, that'll actually kind of hold this up a little bit for you. And then we can go patch the sides up and then just start putting fasteners and bolts and stuff back in. Okay. Now that we have the bumper back up in position, we're going to come to one side or the other. Doesn't really matter which one you do first. We're just going to line this up and just give it a little tap back into position. We're going to go do the same thing now on the opposite side.
Replace the screw by turning it clockwise.
Now we want to put the trim back in. Now, one thing to keep in mind is there's a tab here on the bottom. You want to kind of get that down in there first. It's a little finicky, but you got to get that kind of down in there first. Also, these sections on the bottom here, those need to kind of go behind the wheel well liner here. So again, we'll just kind of get down here, get that bottom tab kind of lined up and into that slot. And then the rest of these tabs should just kind of be lined up and we can just start pushing on this. Be careful, the wheel well liner can kind of get in the way a little bit here. So if you got to just kind of move it a little bit or just adjust it, but basically.
Replace the screws by turning them clockwise. Replace the screw by turning it clockwise. Align the trim and secure it to the vehicle.
Turn the wheel to give yourself better access to the lining.
Replace the screws by turning them clockwise.
I'm going to start with the 3 bolts in the middle. Now these bolts are black and they're a little bit longer than the other bolts. So make sure these are going back in the right spot here.
Replace the rivets. Align the base of the rivet first. Next, push down on the center to lock it in place. Replace the rivets. Align the base of the rivet first. Next, push down on the center to lock it in place. Position the panel so that the tabs line up with their respective slots and press in.